It was an elevated field, don't forget.
It was.
Is that what we call it?
Signature. We'll get it right one of these days.
No, we won't. We won't. Let's be honest.
At a nice resort course similar to Amelia Island. I think that was your...
I think it's very similar. Yeah. It reminds me.
It's unbelievable. This guy.
Reminds me.
Unbelievable. You would have thought someone would have picked JT, but he's like, I mean, it's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been
That's
almost
fair.
3 years since his last win. And that's a guy that, listen, when he starts playing a little bit of golf swing out there, it goes sideways, and that is a bad golf course for it to go sideways on.
I told Hicken I did hear an interesting stat as he was finishing it up, but since he last won, he has like 15 top 10s and 5 top 5s. He's been around.
He's been playing. Well, I mean, he was top 10 in the world. He just hasn't been winning, you know. Right. He's got all these 61s and these 62s.
Remember him and Hovland in Tampa, right?
Yeah.
Battled down.
So, I mean,
he's last 40 years, he has the most rounds 62 or lower on the PGA Tour by a good little margin.
When he is cooking with the putter, he is as good as they get.
Yeah, that's wild.
It kind of ebbs and flows with him.
I just don't think of him that way, though.
I know.
I think of him almost, and I hate to say it because I think of him almost as an underachiever in some ways. Is that unfair?
Those two majors makes it hard.
2 majors, 16 wins.
Yeah.
Only 31.
Yeah, he's got a players' championship.
He's 31?
31 is crazy. That's what surprised me.
He's young.
I thought he was older.
I always feel like 35.
Yeah, he's 31.
2011 with Spieth and all those guys.
Okay.
So 31, you got a lot of golf
what
left.
is like an outstanding career? Like, outstanding. I don't mean good.
40.
20. I was going to say
40 tour wins. Outstanding, you said.
40
tour wins and
4 or 5?
3.
3? That's what I'm wondering. Like, can he still get to that outstanding cat?
Yes.
Look, I'm tired of the analytics. They showed me the guys with at least 16 wins in multiple majors under the age of 32, and he goes into a list that only has 6 or 7 guys. But my God, we can come up with a list of everything. It feels like. But do you think that what do you think Justin Thomas lands on major titles when he's done? He'll be 3 or 4, won't it?
I would say 3 or 4.
Don't you think he'll get one every 8, 10 years?
He's young, you know, and I think
Zach Johnson has 2, doesn't he?
That's a 15-year window he's still
Johnson's got 2, the Masters and the Open Championship.
He's got a 15-year window left.
Yeah.
That's 60 more majors.
Yeah, they play into their mid-40s.
Especially now with the fitness and all these guys. I mean, the equipment.
It was a nice win to kind of reinvigorate him. And he also, he's changed caddies, right? That Max Homa's caddy, wasn't it?
His caddy was out for a couple weeks. So Joe Griner, I think he had Joe for the Masters and for RBC. And Joe with a little payday. That's no bad coin. What did he make?
Is there any way he just stays with him?
Like $350,000 for the caddy gig that week.
Ooh, that's a good week.
No, he's going back to his other caddy, Rev.
Stuart, most top 10 finishes without a win, PGA Tour last 40 years. Most top 10 finishes without a win, the PGA Tour the last 40 years.
How about
there's 4 guys.
Well, it's all the guys we call check cashers.
Be high on this list.
Ronnie Baird, he's not
won,
there.
I think. What about Chucky 3 Sticks won? He just didn't win.
He won like twice.
Well, this is brought up because of a guy right now who is the leader.
Cameron Young?
No, who's the leader?
Top 10s without a
really good golfer. We pick him here. He never wins.
Oh, Fleetwood.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Right.
So weird. I never go to like the guys that play on DP World Tour. Some too. Like
the other 3 are guys you know, but
Monty?
Brett Quigley.
Oh, of course.
Graham DeLay.
Yeah.
And Jeff Overton.
Jeff Overton.
Who was a Ryder Cupper, if we remember. We looked that up recently. But, yeah, those are the most top 10 finishes without a win. 38, 34, 33, 32.
I'm surprised Overton didn't win. I would have thought he won.
Yeah. But that's those are the guys
a lot of top 10s
who haven't made it. The tour has been rocking, dude. We've had some really,
it's been
still
good
euphoric
weeks.
by the Masters. You get JT winning. You get Hovland beating JT in Tampa. You get Rory winning the Players in a playoff. You get Henley beating Morikawa at Bay Hill. You get the Minwoo beating Scheffler.
How about Harmon at San Antonio?
We'll skip that one.
That's my guy. I thought it was exciting on Sunday. That was a great crowd at Hilton Head, and I love when JT made the 25-footer for birdie on 15. The guy in the crowd who goes, "Talk to me, Goose," as it's going in, was just epic. I love a Sunday. That guy's like 5 cocktails deep.
Yeah.
It's his show, baby.
Yeah.
And when you give him that, and then they actually make it, that's perfect. When they 3-putt, you look like an idiot.
I chronicled the Novak journey, and it has been a journey. So you appreciate a grinder like this guy who, was like a sophomore at Wofford College, averaging 74, right?
Yeah.
And then went Canadian tour and grinded and didn't do great. And then Corn Ferry. He has worked his way up to. Now, I don't know what the ceiling is for him. Yeah. This may have been it.
He's pretty good.
Anyway, and a shout out to Dreamfinders because he had it on his shirt.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Novak as one of the few diehard Carolina Panthers fans
There you
on
go.
the PGA Tour.
Yeah. That's his jam, right?
This is his Super Bowl week.
So what do we go this week? We go team competition. Rory's back.
Zurich Classic. Rory's back. Rory and Shane defending. Rory, coming. First time we're going to see him, obviously, since the Masters. Didn't play last week, but it's funny that I think it's taken a while to get used to the Zurich Classic, at least for me.
Yeah.
But I really like it now. You get the best ball Thursday, alternate shot Friday, best ball Saturday, alternate shot Sunday, and alternate shot Sunday on that golf course with all that water. And
I love alternate shot. Anything can happen.
I mean,
even with pros.
Talk about pressure.
Yeah.
Best ball, it's like I hit it in the water, but you just chunk it on the fat of the green. Let's make a par and move on.
Right.
But it's been a good format. I feel like early on, I remember when they started it and they were trying to. I think they still do some walkout stuff, but it's not. This isn't the WWE. You're not coming out to Hulk Hogan and I'm a real American or whatever. They're just. I mean, it's a golf tournament, but it's been exciting. And last year was really the pinnacle there, getting Rory to win. And obviously, once he wins, he's coming back to defend. And kudos to him for keeping that commitment, because I think it'd be pretty easy to say, hey, I just won the Players and the Masters. I'm gonna take a couple weeks off.
You think Lowry wasn't answering his phone last week up until Friday? Kept seeing Rory. Bzz, bzz.
Exactly.
Because he wants to go play.
Had Rory been on a little bit of a slump when he went and won Zurich? I'm trying to remember. Why did he go play there?
Because they had promised, they had made
they promised each other. I mean, the long time.
But he was kind of chilling at the time, right? He was off in the rumor mill at that point with his second wife cavorting around the country.
A lot of that started too, and then
it was about then, right? Wasn't it in New Orleans where that whole thing blew up?
Wells Fargo too.
She hung around, spent the weekend with our boy.
Yeah. That was a lot. I mean, I'm not even touching that.
Good move.
That's how it happened.
But I do remember, when he
the
won
things we say on this, we get sheepish. I just don't understand.
I mean, go to commercial, even better.
Stuart, what's the sketch here in the next couple of weeks? Because we got a major coming up quick.
Yeah, we do. We go AT&T, I keep saying AT&T. The Byron CJ Cup, Byron Nelson out in Dallas.
That's the next one.
Go one, and then the Truist Championship, which historically is held at Quail Hollow. Truist, their first year as a title, will be at Philadelphia Philly Cricket Club, the Hicken course, which is one of the oldest clubs in America.
The Truist Championship is the old Wells Fargo.
So for this year, it's in Philly, but because the PGA is at Quail Hollow.
Yeah, and then we go. So we're 3 weeks away from another major.
Yeah.
Wow,
it'd be great. Yeah, Quail Hollow, big golf course, selling tickets like hotcakes up there in my hometown, Charlotte. So should be a good one. And that was I think JT won the PGA there. What was that, 17? And obviously we had the President's Cup there. So Quail Hollow, we see it every year on the schedule, but then there are times it'll host a major. And
before we do our Dream Finders picks, who does Stuart Moore want with the number 8 pick for the Carolina Panthers? Are you screaming for Jalen Walker?
Everyone says Jalen Walker. He's from Salisbury, about 30 minutes north of Charlotte. I like it. I'm a big O-line guy, but we got a pretty good O-line, and I don't know, the tech guy like that. Is that guy got any wheels? I feel like that guy is going to be 26 and slower than molasses.
I know that a lot of people he's a real debatable prospect.
Yeah,
they a lot love him.
And didn't do anything at the combine, right? Like
no.
I don't.
So is that the rumor? Tet or Jalen Walker?
I don't see Tet. I mean, they just took Leggett in the first round last year. Granted, it was the last pick of the first round, but and he's still a work in progress. He's pretty raw. I think it's Walker if he's there.
Okay,
would be my guess, or maybe another corner to go opposite J.C. Horn.
Okay.
By the way, I'd have to go 30.
30.
I mean, I'm the one that said no one gets to 40.
Outstanding, though.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone gets to 40 in today's day and age. It's too hard, man. And there's so many more golfers. And here's how you know. I looked at this, and it only went back to maybe 50 years maybe. And the leading scoring average that year on tour was Lee Trevino, and he was about a half shot worse than what Scotty Scheffler's number was last year. The difference is there's 8,000 guys that can shoot Scheffler's number now, and back then there were only 14 that could shoot Trevino's.
Well, you're right. In terms of only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys have won 40 or more.
And I don't think, and like I said,
so 30's better.
Did Dustin get to 40? What was he at?
No,
Phil. Phil got to 43, didn't he?
Yeah, Phil's at 45.
It's just a shame that he ripped his legacy to shreds for a little bit
It
of
really
cash.
is. I mean, I think
he's so beloved. It would have been a
well, if you worked on the inside of that building, you knew it was all fake. But if you were a fan,
of course, that's fair too.
And headed right to the TV booth.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
whatever he wanted
just to turn your whole, just to let. Well, I guess
unless he was broke.
No, what he did was he screamed what everyone knew. He screamed that quiet part out loud. He lifted the curtain and said, "This is who I am. I'm a greedy, nonsensical, mean-spirited so-and-so. Yeah. That's what I am." And he's
not a good guy, man.
And has worn it.
Yeah.
And stopped wearing it at all.
Is your lawyer buddy going to text you?
Dustin only finished up. Dustin only got 24. Rory's got 29.
Dustin's a guy.
Rory will get to 40.
I feel like Dustin's kind of checked out at this point.
Yeah. There are certain guys that the live doesn't. It hurts their competitive.
Yeah.
Cam Smith, Dustin. There's a few that just don't care.
I just want to go fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's some that it hasn't affected them. They're just as sharp when they play, as not. And
it's just weird. Some of these names that were like Ian Poulter, or like guys that maybe they didn't win every week, but they were household names. You knew them, the writer, everything, and just like they just vanish.
Well, and that's the thing. You miss guys like Hat. Just filling out that field. You make every field look like it's elevated.
I need a good club
just
tosser.
a few of those guys. Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. E, what do you got for our Dream Fighters picks today?
For our Dream Fighters picks, let me pull it up. Last week's earnings. Actually, I just got the totals, so I already totaled everything up.
Okay.
Still in the forefront, who picked Shane Laurie and Sung J M. I believe you called them two fatties last week. That'll be Dan Hicken. And he took Sung J M and Shane Laurie. His total is $19 million. And second place is your boy, because I took Rory after the Masters. Rory
didn't even play.
I'm sorry. Last week I took Corey Connors and Colin Morikawa, but I jumped into first place because of Rory. Second place. That puts me at $9.1 million.
Yeah, you would jump to second place the previous week, though. Yeah, okay, I'm catching up.
And then with Ludwig and Jordan Spieth, that would be Jeff Prosser. He's at $7.5 million.
Okay.
What's up with Ludwig, by the way? What happened to your golf game, friend?
Last 3 holes of the Masters.
Again, it's just another one. Oh, this guy's coming. Look at him. He's the next one. He's just, here we are a year later. He's just a guy.
He's young. He's not just a guy.
And Stewie took
pretty close. You got to win golf tournaments.
You got to win.
Baby. Not life.
Stewie took Scotty Scheffler and Patrick Cantlay, and his total is at $5.6 million. So Stewie, you on the clock.
Stewie, you're only $14 million behind me.
Perfect. Tom Alter, where have you gone? Let's go Rory and Shane Lowry. I mean, I have to do that, right?
It's a shocker.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll go Horschel and Hoagie.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I think what's kind of fun about this tournament is you also figure out like who are buddies on tour.
And Horschel also plays this one good. He likes
does,
it. He probably doesn't win everything.
He's won here. Yeah. He won when it was a
crazy nutty
event.
dude. Yeah.
E?
No, I'm going to go.
Didn't Billy win with Cam Smith, actually? Was that Cam Smith's first win?
I thought Billy won this as an individual.
I thought he won it with a guy, too. I think didn't he carry a local to his first win? I feel like maybe not.
I'm going Aaron Ryan, Sahith Theegala.
Okay. I'll go O Canada.
Nick Taylor, Adam Hadwin.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And then I'll go. This is so.
That's just,
This is just a throwaway. I'll go Teeth McIntyre and Tommy Dietrich.
Oh.
Okay. E?
You writing these down, E? Because these are hard to remember.
I'm going to play it back. I'll play it back.
All right.
I'm going to go with, you know what? JT Poston and Keith Mitchell.
Yeah, I'm going to go Morikawa and Kitayama.
Kitty.
I mean, Rob Bolton's got, listen.
I don't go to Bolton. See, I don't have that advantage. I'm just looking at dudes here.
I love Rob Bolton. I've never met him, but I love him. And
You never met Rob Bolton?
No, I don't think I have. I mean, coming in at number
Much as you pump
10,
him up?
Well,
I thought he paid you.
I took a couple cheap shots at him when he had like 3 live guys in the top 5. I got a couple notes at work. Hey, team would really
Friendly
like
fire.
you to, yeah, maybe pump Rob up. Well, I'm not pumping Rob up this week. Charlie Hoffman and Nick Watney at number 10. Nick Watney?
Yeah.
Does he still play golf?
Apparently.
Nick Watney.
Wow. What are we talking about? You know what? Give me the young guns.
Damn, Bolton.
Give me this. Give me Ben Griffin and Andrew Novak.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what I almost took.
Ben Griffin, sneaky.
And Novak's been playing great. I think that's a good pick.
Yeah,
And I almost picked that one, but I went with that Kitayama Morikawa. It's going to screw me.
Those are your Dream Fighters picks. Appreciate it. It's good to see you, Stuart. Thank you for stopping by.
Have a good week,
Meetings.
buddy.
He's got to go.
Yeah,
all
all
day.
Have
You can only
fun.
do one segment, he told us today. You know what we said? Sure, you don't want to do zero? Back
Just
with more next.
drop off the breakfast.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Ride home with a Franchi show.
I'm a driver, and I'm a flyer. I waited a long time for a shot like this.
Put some wings on your wheels. Afternoons on 1010XL.
Lauren Brooks here. It's the Cruise in the Summer event at Hodges Mazda at the Avenues. For a limited time, get up to $5,000 off a new 2024 Mazda CX-50 Preferred and receive a free 5-day cruise for 2 with your purchase. With off-road capability and the special offer, your summer adventure starts now. Hurry, 2024 Mazda CX-50 Preferred models are in limited supply at Hodges Mazda. Offer valid on new 2024 Mazda CX-50 Preferred only. MSRP $32,564. Must trade in a vehicle and finance through dealer to qualify for discount. Cruise and vehicle availability limited. Travel taxes and fees additional. See dealer for details.
Say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Eye & Associates. Hey, Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you all the latest options like Evo implantable Caliber lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. You ready to see the difference? Call now or visit BowdenEye.com for a free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates, keeping the first coast focused.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, you know, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. You've heard us talk about it. Window World, the #1 window replacement company in the USA, selling over 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years.
That's a lot of satisfied customers, and why J.D. Powers has awarded Window World Best in Customer Satisfaction 3 out of 4 years.
Window World stands behind their slogan, simply the best for less. With Window World, you get top quality windows at a price that leaves more of your money in your bank account, and you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement industry. When compared to our competition, there is none. See for yourself. Call the competition. Get quotes from them. But before you buy, get Window World's free estimate and compare the quality of the windows and the price.
You'll see.
And when your new Window World windows are installed and they're saving you money on your energy bills, if anything goes wrong with those windows, Window World and I will be there to make it right. That's my guarantee.
Call Window World today. Start saving money on your new windows and your energy bills, and take vacation with your savings. Window World, online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors and siding.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes here with a challenge. A challenge might not be the best choice in words, so let's say an opportunity. Take the opportunity to lose 40 by the 4th with Awaken 180. It sounds a little different when you put a real goal to it, doesn't it? Maybe you looked at the scale this morning and it read 230 pounds. How about it reading 190 by the 4th? Maybe the scale says 300. Wouldn't the number 260 be a little nicer on your eyes and on your joints? It's attainable if you have the same results we all had with Awaken 180. I dropped 40 pounds in 9 weeks. Hacker dropped his first 40 in just 6 weeks. Dempsey, Blue, and everyone else I know, same results. And we've kept it off. The best thing about Awaken 180 weight loss, it will completely change the way you think, see, and feel about food. The results are real, attainable, and the process simple with Awaken 180. Take the opportunity and drop 40 by the 4th. It all starts with just one call to Awaken 180 weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Get to know positions and players. The 1010XL Ultimate Draft Guide is brought to you by Blue Haven Pools, the #1 pool builder in Jacksonville. Follow rankings and roundtables as the draft takes shape. Go to 1010XL.com/2025 draft guide to get yours.
DUI? Don't stress. Call me Malcolm Anthony at 2854-LAW. That's 2854-LAW. for Malcolm Anthony.
Hi, this is Lisa the Botanista with a special invitation. Are you tired of scrolling through other people's boating adventures? Are you sick of liking your friends' posts out of jealousy when you see them on the water? Are you finally ready to cure the FOMO for Florida's greatest pastime, boating? Then I'd like to invite you to visit the Freedom Boat Club at the boat show and see what this Boating Made Simple is all about. We handle the cleaning, maintenance, storage, and all the hassles of an entire fleet in Jacksonville, Jacksonville Beach, and St. Augustine. You join the club and use the boats whenever you want. You can also go boating at over 350 locations across the U.S., Canada, and Europe. From water sports and cruising to inshore and offshore fishing, we've got you covered. We even include unlimited one-on-one water training for every membership, so you gain the confidence you need at the helm to have fun. See us at the boat show this month to learn about Boating Made Simple and receive a special discount on membership and start creating your own memories on the water. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Plumbing problem? AC acting up? Septic tank trouble? Don't waste time calling 3 different companies. Just call Duck Duck Rooter. We offer plumbing, septic, and air conditioning services. Call 904-862-6769.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
What kind of a horse is that? I've never seen a horse like that before.
No, and never will again, I fancy. There's only one of him, and he's it. He's the horse of a different color you've heard tell about.
I love my guy. He hears something. I'm going to go find out just what that joker's talking about. I went, that's a horse of a different color earlier in the morning and said it's from my favorite movie.
And then you said, if you know, you know, and I didn't know.
Yeah, I know you didn't. So you went and now you do. And now you also know my favorite movie all the time. And you probably said, what?
I know, right? I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, I got you.
What movie is it?
That's a Wizard of Oz, Dan. Wizard of Oz. I see your boys had it, man. It's expert.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We got to give away something.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that correct?
That is correct. It's like Christmas time. It's always like Christmas time.
Yeah.
The drill.
What do we got?
Oh, and today I got a brunch with the tour first tee tour card.
Oh.
It's the first tour tee card getting you discounts and local golf courses all over Jacksonville, Florida.
I like that.
And I think let's go caller number Trey.
Man, when I was young, I lived on those
641-1010, by the way.
Those golf cards, right? Where you get cart fees or other benefits, and
you don't have
good.
to purchase it. We're handing it to you.
Well, there you go. That's helps. That certainly helps. Your guy with an all-timer here. I know you've taken to calling him Dumbasso.
Yeah.
He actually works for CBS Sports. I know he's in the sweatshop. Perhaps he got malaria, bitten by a poison mosquito or something. But he finally, because I know we've all been waiting for his final list of the top 150 prospects. And
okay.
He went a little different at number 1. Damaso says the number 1 player in the draft, the top talent, the number 1 prospect will be James Pierce Jr. I mean, what are we doing, Dan?
Oh, boy.
Are you allowed to do that?
Are
you allowed to do that? I mean, can you employ a guy who tells his audience that James Pierce Jr.
Why do you do this to me?
I'm just asking you.
You don't want me to answer.
You seem to vet him more than others. I'm just how did you let this get through the wickets? Why am I bringing this up?
Well, you brought it up this morning. I thought you covered it.
Okay, well, I did. But you're you dubbed him Damaso. I want your opinion. Anytime something goes, because a lot of times you'll come back, I don't know, this is just par for the course. It's no big deal. This is outstanding Damaso material. James Pierce Jr., number 1 overall. Ashton Genty, by the way, was 18th. 18th, Dan.
He continues to live up to his name. That's all right. I can tell you.
There was news this morning, Hick. I was sitting here. Thanks for showing up. It was about 6:34.
No.
And we went to break, and we have something called the VEASAN Update. And it's a kind of a gambling spin, thanks to our friends with the Visa Network out in Las Vegas. And as they were giving their, kind of draft preview, the Jacksonville Jaguars pick 5th, Ashton Genty now the betting favorite at plus 130. And I said to myself, what? When did Ashton Genty become the betting favorite for the Jacks at number 5? And then I started thinking, because that's what I do, Dan. I think.
Okay.
Not a lot of action, a lot of thinking. And I thought, that's probably a forecast, an odds that Genty is the 5th pick. I don't think that's Jags exclusive. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot of smoke out there that the Bears or somebody are going to move up to 5 and get Genty so that the Raiders can't have him at 6. Okay. And so I think Vegas is factoring that in to making Genty the best odds to go at number 5. I think they're using a combo of, the outside shot that the Jags take him, or maybe the more likely scenario that they do a small trade back, and I think the Bears picked 10. The Bears seem to be the one that
covet him.
Could really, covet him. That's a good word. Who is the best?
I think Adam Schnipner continues to say that
Jags are a wild card.
That they're not taking Graham.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
We've got Mel Kiper's.
You know why they would do that though, Dan? They would do that to convince everyone they're taking Genty to get that move up.
Yeah. In Mel Kiper's final big board, and we'll see where they correlate with the numbers. And you wonder, there's so many of these now that, I think most people think Hunter and Carter are the top two players in the class, and then Cam Ward's the top quarterback, and Tennessee's seen enough from him that they're excited about him. He has Mason Graham third. He's got Ashton Genty fourth. He's got Shedeur Sanders fifth. He's got Cam Ward sixth.
Shedeur Sanders fifth.
Yeah. That's
that's how it goes, man. I will say this. They've been doing it long enough that Kiper doesn't need to swim against the stream.
No.
He doesn't have to make waves. That's what he thinks.
Yeah.
And whether he's right or not, we'll find out.
They're wrong all the time.
This is where I wish whenever we read this, if I had Kiper's opinions on the quarterbacks for the last 10 years and see year to year who he liked. Well, it's just so hard where they get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, you can probably call that up.
I guess. I'm not doing all that, though. You know that.
If we go down to... Listen, and one of the fallers I'm fearful is this Will Johnson kid because he's got some medicals on a knee and it's been flagged, and so that's kind of coming out. He's had some injuries and sat out games last year, and so
it feels like with the Jags plan to push Jones outside and signing up and spending a lot of money on a slot corner, that cornerback falls lower in the draft now on the need list.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? You got Monteric Brown, you got Prince, who's just coming off of early. See where you're at with those guys. I'm not saying you don't add, you do. But, how early do you do that? It wouldn't surprise me if it was around 3 or 4.
Well, Kiper's big board, we go, when do we pick 36th? That would sync up with Luther Burden, Mason Graham, Luther Burden.
Now, if you can give me Luther Burden in round 2, then yes, I will take Mason Graham.
Yeah.
I'm worried about losing a flash impact at 5 and not getting it somewhere else.
At 70, he's got Andrew Mukuba, the safety from Texas, who you've seen linked to the Jags.
Yeah, you see Mukuba and Bowman from Oklahoma. Those two dudes you see a lot in the middle rounds.
So that's
it does indicate this. Safety and a young safety priority.
Jags pick 88. At 87, he's got Tate Ratledge. He would fit nicely into the
guard
Jags.
from Georgia?
Yeah. So that would be nice. He also has Princely Umanamilan at 91. So there's that.
Who does he have the Jags taking?
He doesn't. These are just his big board. I'm just looking at where these guys sync up.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Who is exactly where the Jags pick?
At 88 is Ty Robinson, a defensive tackle from Nebraska. So Kiper's final big board rankings are out, and they're interesting. It's all everybody. He has, so if you wanted the best running back, you could get Ashton Genty. If you wanted the best wide receiver, you won't get him. He has Matthew Golden, by the way, who you could get, but Travis Hunter is the best wide receiver. If you wanted the best
edge rusher,
tight end, it would be Tyler Warren over Colston Loveland with Arroyo.
And where is he at on his list?
On the big board?
Yeah.
I think he's top 10. I'm looking now at his positional rankings. The best offensive tackle, he has Membu, then Campbell, then Banks, then Simmons. The best offensive guard, he has Booker, then Zabel.
Ooh, that's slim pickings, by the way.
Best DNs, he's got Shamar Stewart and a kid from Louisville.
Stewart is the Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm. Best defensive tackle, he has Mason Graham, then Kenneth Grant, both from Michigan, then Derek Harmon from Oregon.
Nolan, no.
Fourth.
I mean, what if you go somewhere in the first round and you go Nolan in round 2? I mean, there's a lot of...
Yeah, I don't think Nolan will be there. If you wanted the best position, what position would you take? If I could give you the best player at the position, who would you take?
I feel like you've asked
what position is most important?
I think you've asked me this question 3 or 4 times, and I may have given you 3 or 4 different answers.
Right, because how many times have they told us the edge rusher
again,
is
if you're giving me an all-pro,
all right,
I'm taking the one player that has corresponded to success in our organization more than any other player position. I'm taking an all-pro left tackle.
Okay.
Give me a Tony Baselli right now, and I think it would help us more than a Fred or a Jimmy or some of the other greats.
Okay.
So I guess that would be my answer. However,
that would be Membo.
Yeah, I would take any of them.
Yeah.
You want to give me an all-pro edge rusher, which we've never had. I'll take that.
Do you think that we've shifted away in football from, remember how they always said you got to have an edge guy, quarterback, edge,
corner, left tackle, and some
receiver, tackle. I mean, they just sort of rank the
corners always shown up high.
Have they changed that?
I think it has changed a little bit. I was looking at a list the other day, and it shifts around a little bit. I think it's dangerous to just go with the franchise tag number. I don't think that accurately depicts the value of the positions, even though they're paying them that way. Mm-hmm. It's just kudos to whoever was the great one. That, like, for instance, defensive tackle franchise numbers are up higher, than you would think, but it's because you have these individuals that knock it so high, Aaron Donald, Chris Jones, that it skews it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you want to give me an all-pro corner? You want to give me Dion? You want to give me Donald? You want to give me?
Well, you're not talking all-pro now. You're talking the best.
Well,
ever.
Okay, all-pro though, and for the 5 years, they're awful close to those guys.
Yeah.
Who's the best runner ever at quarterback in the history of the NFL? Is he currently playing? Is it someone else? It's not Vic. It's definitely
Lamar.
It's definitely Lamar, and it's not close.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, too.
Yeah, he's just different with that ball, man.
Yeah, and he's done it year after year.
No, he's not, by the way.
He's not the best?
No, Jalen ain't the best.
Well, there's some...
Milroe.
Yeah, there's some momentum out there among those in the NFL. There's a guy coming into the league that may be the new fastest quarterback, at least, about to enter, and that would be Jalen Milroe. He may be the only quarterback when he gets to the NFL who's faster than Lamar. Don't tell Lamar I said that, please. That comes from a rival GM. Milroe is another one of those interesting prospects. If you are going to count on your quarterback's running ability, it's going to be a long haul. See Anthony Richardson.
And I'll say this. Can you tell me Jalen Milroe's final game at Alabama? Because when Jalen Milroe played Georgia, I was ready to put him in the Heisman
Had a great
trophy
second half, especially.
Yeah. But as the season progressed, tell me Jalen Milroe's final game.
The Auburn game or the bowl game?
Bowl game. They played Michigan.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, he turned it over like three times in 10 plays.
Yeah.
He is a project. He is not
that was after they lost to Michigan in the playoffs the year before, by the way.
He is not Jalen Hurts. That's what
he's
people
not
have to understand.
He's not an accurate thrower. This that I'm reading is strictly
I understand, but
an evaluation
then
of
put him in running back.
Yeah.
He's fast and I always thought Jalen Hurts was a little bit less than a willing runner. See, Jalen Milroe. Jalen Hurts, his senior year, threw 32 touchdowns, completed 70% of his passes, and threw for 3,800 yards.
We touched on this yesterday.
Because somebody tried to compare
Jalen Hurts is a way better thrower than Jalen Milroe at this stage. Not even close.
Yes.
And that, going to Oklahoma helped that. I think. I don't remember him being as accurate at Alabama. And accuracy's not been a huge issue for him in the league. They all missed their throws.
Jalen Milroe threw 16 touchdowns with 11 picks last year.
Yeah.
You know who did that his senior year or junior year?
AR.
Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah, AR is
Blaine Gabbert. 16 touchdowns. Be careful, man.
But unlike the idiot Jags, no one's taken Milroe in the top 12.
No.
There's the difference.
We don't think so.
Yeah, we took Blaine Gabbert 11. It's expertise that we've been...
But I tell you what, he was good against Georgia that night. Damn, he was good.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
27 to 33.
Is that the game that Bama got way ahead and Georgia came back?
Yeah.
And then he pulled it out at the end.
Then he hit Ryan Williams down the sideline.
Yeah. All right, this is the drill. It's a Cal and Truck Accessories Tuesday. On to the 9 o'clock and the nasty. There's some WWE Pat McAfee show. Stuff said that can't be taken back. There's going to be some hurt feelings up there among the most butthurt organization in America.
The
ESPN.
sensitive boys.
Yeah, those sensitive boys today are going to be.
Sensitive
and
boys.
they'll fire back, by the way. Stephen Smith will waste his breath today firing at some wrestling character that no one knows who he is. But that's how they roll, and we'll tell you why when we return.
Stir the pot.
Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
It's different here.
I can't tell you how glad it makes me to hear you say that.
Sports talk for the First Coast.
That's what I'm talking about.
1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio.
It's here. Beard's Diamonds' first ever massive sale on all diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets. Now through Sunday at 4 p.m. Save 20%, 30%, even 40%. Beautiful diamond stud earrings and gorgeous diamond tennis bracelets. Perfect for any occasion. Take advantage of huge markdowns. Best prices ever. Corporate-owned big box stores could never offer this extreme value, but locally owned Beards can. And it's happening now through Sunday. Up to 40% off. Beards Diamonds, St. John's Town Center. Shop local, shop Beards.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings and priority booking by calling our heroes at Zero Res. I get those cleaning freaks out to my house all the time. Why? Because they do such good work, man. Oh, man, the house looks better, smells better, feels better. You step into a fresher, cleaner home this spring, you do it with Zero Res, man. Zero Res can handle it all. Carpets, air ducts, upholstery, rugs, hard surfaces. And right now, get Zero Resified. This month from Jacksonville's #1 carpet cleaner, you'll get 25% off all cleaning services. You're right. You heard me. 25% off. Don't believe me? Look at the 8,000 plus reviews online. Oh, the Google rating is almost a 5. Almost a perfect 5. Call them right now, 287-5727, or go online, ZeroResJacksonville.com. Say you want the Hicken special, the 1010 special, whatever you want. They'll take care of you. Zero Res! Spell it forward, spell it backwards. Zero Res! It's the right way to clean.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. Before termites attack your home or business and cause costly damage, Terminix it. Terminix stops termites in my home fast. These destructive pests may have been around for millions of years, but before they show up, so does Terminix. And their time is up. Don't live with a termite problem. I certainly wasn't going to. Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. Terminix.com.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
It's tune-up time, and Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, wants to partner with you for a cool summer season. Tune up your AC unit right now so it's running at peak performance when you need it most. Just call 777-4300 and order a tune-up for just $59. Keep your unit humming at optimal level. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and take advantage of their savings. Keep cool with Florida Home AC. That's 777-4300.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, maybe even your kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to.
Offices in Jacksonville. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Rick Julius, licensed in Pennsylvania only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Take your taste buds to One Night Taco Stand for Taco Tuesday. Get $2.99 tacos and $6.99 specialty drinks. The 1010XL restaurant of the day is One Night Taco Stand, Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
The Golf Club of Southampton has plenty going on, from a great round to a round with your buds, soaking up some football and great grub. Every Saturday and Sunday at Southampton, enjoy their game day special. Wings tossed in your favorite sauce and a cold pitcher of beer. Membership opportunities to take advantage of, too. Join Southampton with a paid initiation, and you'll get a $500 gift card. Perfect for golf, pro shop purchases, or the clubhouse. Check it out. It's all happening at the Golf Club of Southampton.
When you think of America, you think baseball, cookouts, military, and pride for our country. At Garber Auto Mall, we're proud to carry every American-made truck at one location. Ford, Chevy, GMC, Ram, and Jeep. With the largest inventory selection in North Florida, you can shop with one salesperson. Garber Auto Mall is proud to support our country, our military, and our community. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. Garber Auto Mall. proud to be American.
Enjoy a great day of golf and support Eagles View Academy Athletics. Friday, May 2nd at the newly renovated Bent Creek Golf Course. 8:30 shotgun start, best ball format. Find out more at evawarriorsathletics.com.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-IHRS 777-4477.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update, brought to you by Kuhn Flowers. Baseball is back in Jacks this week as the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp return home to the VyStar Ballpark to host the AAA affiliate of the Atlanta Braves, the Gwinnett Stripers, in a 6-game series after splitting their last series with the Memphis Redbirds. First pitch will be this afternoon at the VyStar Ballpark at 11:05. The North Florida Ospreys baseball team travels to South Carolina today after coming off their series road win against West Georgia. UNF's right-handed pitcher Tommy Groom will be starting on the mound for the Ospreys with first pitch at 6:30. The Gators men's baseball team will take the mound tonight, hosting a midweek matchup against Georgia Southern. The Gators enter the matchup sitting with a perfect 7-0 record in home midweek contests. First pitch tonight at 6. It's 75 degrees at 9:02. Time in temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's time.
Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill.
We're wasting time.
Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
All right, thank you very much. It is 9 o'clock. It is nasty time, and this Paul Heyman character on with Pat McAfee yesterday took the 9 o'clock nasty.
Okay, I'm going to say this about Paul Heyman, who's a long-time manager kind of role in the thing. He's a crazy. He's probably had multiple concussions. He probably has CTE. He might literally be drunk. If he wasn't, he spent time at some point, probably with an alcohol problem. These guys, if you're a lifer in the WWE, you're touched, man.
Okay.
You've been through a lot. You've seen a lot. I mean, I don't even want to get into the number of Ains and whatnot you may have ingested through the course of your career that started as a wrestler and then moved on. So this guy is just out there, and listen, you get to that level of WWE and you're whack-a-mole resistant. You don't care. You don't care what anyone says. You're going to say anything, and he did, to the point that ESPN and Pat McAfee, who was involved with WrestleMania, you may have seen ESPN breaking down the WrestleMania card like they were, breaking down the game film. It's so, again, I'll say it again. It's like CNN giving you expert coverage after Law and Order, breaking down the case. It's so ridiculous. But anywho, Heyman was on with McAfee, I guess, yesterday after the festivities, and you want to talk about a loose cannon, Hick? You can take it from there.
Well, McAfee's a loose cannon, and he brought a looser cannon on, and you put those two together, and we got when a guy can make McAfee turn red, we got a problem.
He was making McAfee the odds kind of go, ooh,
ooh. And there are a couple clips I can tell you some of the things that were said. Which clip do you want to play first, E? You got one? Okay, here's one.
See, CM Punk does as much good to my reputation as Shannon Sharp does to ESPN.
Oh, no, jeez.
Shannon was hit with a...
All right, we don't need We don't need that. A lot going on.
Don't ooh me. I'm not the one getting sued.
Oh, okay. All right. Whoa.
Man off the chains.
Shannon Sharp got hit with a lawsuit yesterday. And by the way, if you take that story to its full length and look at all the text correspondence between the two, that might be a hard sell.
Yeah.
So anyway, so there's that.
Yeah, so there's that one. And then McAfee, by the way, is also a color commentator for WWE.
That's what I mean.
Right?
He was part of the was part of the card. He's worked with this guy.
Yeah. And so he then turned his attention to McAfee. Do you have the puff pass one, or should I just say what was said? Okay. He was put on his back foot when he said basically he and McAfee were smoking weed the night before. And he goes, and by the way, it's supposed to be puff, puff, pass, not puff, 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 gummy, puff, 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 pass, as he accused McAfee of getting.
Yeah. And again, McAfee is ballsy. He wants to be on his own.
And he's
when he's controlling the method.
And McAfee, I mean, Heyman is like doing this.
Yeah, making
and he's saying, and then Pat takes a big hit and turns and goes, Stephen A. Smith sucks, right?
He told him that out loud. Yeah, he said that on the air.
Yeah.
So. And by the way, they get awful into their feelings up there. So Stephen A. now will hate Pat McAfee for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Hey, last night when the roast was over,
Here we go.
and you and I were out back, and you're going, wise man. By the way, it's puff, puff, pass, not puff, 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 chase down the gummy, puff, 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 pass, right? And you go, wise man. Stephen A. Smith really sucks, right?
He may have been making that up. They may have made that up just to put the pressure on him.
That's
I think
great stuff.
Hearing how he said it, McAfee could probably talk his way out of that with Stephen A. if they've got a good relationship.
Yeah, which I'm sure they don't.
Yeah, well, who knows?
Yeah.
I can't imagine any of them do, to be honest with you. So that's kind of programming ESPN's giving you these days.
That's what you're
That's
getting.
middle of the day, by the way.
Yeah.
Stick around for the F-bombs coming soon. I do enjoy McAfee looking uncomfortable because he wants to act all brazen and bold. And when he's controlling the narrative about all his beers and gummies, it's funny. But when this guy's giving the truth standing behind the Walmart with the puff, puff, pass, it's, a little different.
You thought I was done with the nasty. I'm not.
Oh, boy.
You'll
You'll never be done.
Can you tell him about the Cavender twins?
These are the Miami girls. One of them date your boy Carson Beck?
Well, she did.
Oh, they don't anymore? I thought that's why he went there.
Well, I don't know. That's why I went there.
Wow, isn't that something?
They broke up. She broke her silence on reason why she dumped Carson Beck. She did so in a conversation.
I looked at him and I said, I don't think he's handsome.
No, no.
Okay.
It was more to the nature of, I didn't break up with him because he cheated.
Yeah.
I broke up with him because of who he is, like speaking on his character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she went after him and with.
This has not been a smooth move at all for Carson.
No.
It's been one drama after another. This is not good.
Yeah. We got to get Carson.
I wonder where
left alone.
Carson would be right now, the way this quarterback class is.
Great question. Like if Carson Beck hadn't gotten injured,
or say
where would he fall?
Even now, even if he just went into the draft, wouldn't he go third?
I don't know, man.
He wouldn't go. He should.
Yeah.
Based on what he's done. I know Georgia fan doesn't love him, and I know it's easy to look at him as entitled and base him on his Lambo rather than his play. And I know he's had his moments.
No,
they all do.
I get it.
Not you. I'm just saying the audience.
Yeah.
I get mad. You just seem to Florida. Y'all expect your good players to be damn perfect all the time. It's so irrational. I mean, guys, they have bad games. They all do. Brady and Manning and all of them. Carson Beck was a good college football player. He was good for Georgia. I know he didn't win like your tobacco chewing, cop running, Stetson Bennett, but he was a good player.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
I wonder. I think he'd probably, at worst, he'd be fourth behind Dart. No, he deserves to be ahead of Dart on his play.
Yes,
I think he'd probably go third. I mean, and if he were going through the process, would he challenge those other two? He might.
Yeah, but where would he be?
I don't know.
Picked?
Yeah,
because you might be third, but you might be in the third round.
Well, if you're third, you probably won't be in the third round if you believe what they say about Jackson Dark, which is he'll be a first rounder. So I don't know. It'd be. I wonder if it didn't end up being a. And by the way, like from the text line, Carson has 4.3 million reasons to go to the MIA. Man, if these guys are paying these guys 4.3, then God bless them.
Yeah.
There's too much money in this world being passed around. If Carson Beck's getting 4.3 to play at the U.
Crazy stuff, man.
It's all the U lost like their top portal corner from earlier in this.
Did they?
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Just went back to the portal.
Oh.
Didn't say.
Okay. Crazy.
It's... Look, we were talking about Denzel Aberdeen before, and taking the $2 million from Kentucky rather than the 1.2 Florida was offering, and so be it. I mean, I'm sure Todd Golden takes to Steve Spurrier when it comes to that. Listen, boys, y'all do whatever you want. We're gonna win with you or win without you. You don't want to be a Gator? Go on. We'll see you in Lexington.
Yeah,
and he's right. Florida will be better than Kentucky, I bet. But all you need to know about the state of college sports is the ridiculousness of this Tennessee UCLA basic swap.
Yes.
Like, so Nico Imalievin goes to
UCLA.
Goes to UCLA. Where
pay cut.
I'm sure
worst team.
Yeah, I'm sure he can only get $2 million instead of the 2.5 he was making.
I think he got 1 point.
Okay,
something.
All right. Well,
low 1 points.
Meanwhile, there had been, believe it or not, a quarterback at UCLA. You know, they had those too, and he had transferred in from Appalachian State.
Mm-hmm. So he was going to be the starter.
Yeah, he was going to be the starter. He had transferred in from Appalachian State, and he got NIL money, which Tennessee will now pay him. So Tennessee, it's out with Imalievin, and then Joey Aguilar takes over. Joey Aguilar, a senior from Appalachian State, and a year at Diablo Valley Community College, $1.2 million. That's just holy manoli. I can't wait till this bell's unrung. This just makes me nauseous what we're doing here.
Yeah.
And if you want to play pro sports, then be pros, boys. This is the baloney. This straddling both fences, and I'm amateur this, and I'm free agent all the time. No, man, it's time for y'all to pay taxes and sign contracts. This is bull crap. You don't get to go here and then take your ball and pout and go get more money somewhere else. I mean, it's so contrary to what the history, humanity-wise, of team building is. At the end of the day, we're playing team sports. If you think you can, if you think you can eschew all the foundations of team building and have a good team, I'm here to tell you you're not going to. That's not going to happen. I can tell you 2 teams ain't no way in, hell are going to win. Miami's one of them. UCLA would be another. You can't take these cats that don't care. Now, Carson's a little bit different. I bring him up just because we were talking. But, yeah, I mean, you're going to blow like the wind. Yeah, let me know how Aberdeen works out for you, Kentucky. Go ahead. Let me know. And Florida will be better. Won't be any worse without him. I don't think it'll be a bit of difference. I'll just go replace him now, like you said, some Australian, some transfer portal guy from Chechnya.
Chechnya?
From the University of Chechnya.
Can he shoot?
I don't know. I'd like to be, if I was going to be Chechnyan, I think Chechnya is a nice masculine sounding country to me. I don't know what they do. Hopefully they're not,
Kentucky Jeff has sent me a text as easy pros.
About what?
You said Florida will be better than Kentucky.
Sure they will. Just like they were this year, Jeff. How'd y'all do? Oh, that's right. You peddle out like the half-bakes that you are.
Maybe you ought to tell them about the last 25 years.
Yeah.
What program stood tall.
Dude, I don't need Kentucky fan and their little inferiority complex texting the national champs.
Yeah.
We're the national champs, kid.
Yeah.
Get in line. Your coach was exactly what I told. How'd Cal do, Jeffro? You Kentucky brainiacs. How'd Cal do versus that big lurch of an ogre, Pope? Pope will be gone in 3 years, Bubba.
Oh, no.
Come at me.
He's coming at you.
Stop it. We won the Natty, friend. You
The
got
Natty.
lurch. And Cal's running to the 8s. I'm sorry, the 16. Cal did exactly what he did for us. Oh, you mean what Pope didn't? Win a couple?
No.
I guess Kentucky had a nice little run. What, Sweet 16?
Is that what they did?
That's probably sealing. Yeah. That's probably sealing with Pope. When you're taking conference rivals backup players to pay them $2 million, I think we know which program is better. You're taking the 4th guard in Florida's lineup and paying him $2 million and expecting to catch the Gators?
Yeah.
Yeah, basketball power, baby. Kentucky. Come on, man.
This is the drill.
.com Studios, the radio station with special skills.
With these powers, I could be
Jaguars, Gators, sports talk for Jacksonville.
a superhero!
1010 XL, Jacksonville Sports Superstation.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think the same way, right? We pay a lot of monthly premiums, and when we add it up, it's a lot of money. And so if something happens, we need you. You best be there. That's what the Kaproskis do. Craig and Chris Kaproski with Goosehead Insurance, they pride themselves on customer service, right? Something happens, you need answers. They get you the answers right away. Right away. If they don't answer, they call you right back. Again, something that sometimes gets lost in this day and age. Customer service is important to them, whether it be homeowners, auto, flood, boat, small business. And I'll tell you something else about the Kaproskis, man. Saved me money on my mortgage. So I tip my cap to them. In this day and age, you save your money on anything, you're like, hey, that's great. Get an insurance checkup today. They're easy to get a hold of. Craig.Kaproski at goosehead.com. That's Craig.Kaproski, Koproski at goosehead.com, or call them 478-8422, 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaproski, part of the Goosehead Insurance family, part of our family as well.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Tired of seeing the signs of aging? Spring is here, a time to renew. I'm Dr. Mark Capel, a board-certified dermatologist, here to help you look and feel your best with minimal to no downtime. Rejuvenate your skin, strengthen your core, and sculpt your body with advanced face and body treatments designed to restore your youthful glow and confidence. Just in time for spring and summer. A healthier, more fit you starts now. Visit dermagnify.com and step into spring looking and feeling your best.
Denny Thompson here. If you haven't heard, Tyson Sound and Security has a house built right inside their showroom, showcasing complete home automation and security systems. You have to see it to believe it. This setup can recognize intruders who approach your door and alerts them to leave if there's a break-in. Keep your family safe with the most state-of-the-art technology. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
Before the picks come in, 1010XL will be all over the draft with every angle and option. 1010XL's draft coverage is brought to you by First Coast Recyclers and renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors. Roll through the offseason with AA Automotive.
Sweetie, come here. Don't worry. I see a lot of patients with the exact same thing.
Ever since the ice skating rink went in next door?
Or is it more than
Dr. Clark's business is heating up.
So many patients need my help. How will I find time to see all of them?
They need to hire a scheduler, stat.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Need fresh and flavorful lunch? Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad in every bite. It's quick and delicious, so why wait? Come taste the best chicken salad today at Town Center, Durbin Park, or Butler Point at Chicken Salad Chick.
For your chance to win 4-day weekend VIP passes to the Welcome to Rockville Festival in Daytona Beach, May 15th to the 18th, text the word ROCK to the 1010XL text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010.
Prosper here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. You need a leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, hospitality projects. Lloyd's, that's where you can turn. How about top-tier residential service? No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. That's our approach. As a trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's is the only name Northeast Florida counts on. Visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey man, what's that noise?
Do you hear it too? You can hear it, right?
Yeah, it's your air conditioner. It's like a grinding or a rattling.
And it's getting on your nerves, right? Like it's eating at your brain and you can't think straight, but it just keeps grinding and squeaking and taunting and nagging. You're not good enough. You're a failure. Why can't you be more like your sister, the lawyer?
Yeah, I don't hear that last part so much.
Yeah, but it's not cool, right, Jason?
It could definitely be cooler. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we can totally repair whatever that noise is and get your AC working smoothly and silently. We fix these things all the time.
So I won't be a failure?
Life should be enjoyed. If some irritating, broken air conditioner is making you crazy, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hacker here with an opportunity. Drop 40 pounds by the 4th. You can do it. I dropped my first 40 in 6 weeks. Hayes did it, Dempsey, Ballou, and thousands of others have done it. 40 by the 4th with Awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL's draft previews are brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Florida. Be a Big.
If Liam Cohen is looking to replicate what he had in Tampa Bay with a pair of talented receivers, the 6'4" Ted McMillan would be amazing to pair with Brian Thomas Jr. McMillan is a possession receiver with the size and ball skills to create big wins deep. He also has a knack for adjusting his routes and working back on throws, which would certainly make Trevor Lawrence's job a whole lot easier.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. We were talking about spending money in college, and the Big Ten apparently has overtaken the SEC for football investment in terms of money. In other words, the Big Ten is averaging $60 million per school. The SEC, $57 million. I don't know if that's pay and play. I don't know if that's everything. That's the only thing I see. Big Ten information. Nebraska, $12 million increase, spent $84 million. They're not getting an ROI. Ohio State is. They had a $6 million increase. They spent $78. Michigan spent $72. Penn State spent $64. Rutgers, $64. And Indiana, $61. So in terms of spending dollars, that's interesting, and I don't know exactly what that's for. And think about that. Rutgers and Indiana spending $60 million on football.
Well, I mean, Rutgers with, Shiano wants to be a player.
Yeah.
And now that you're in the Big Ten, I think they can be. Just got to get the momentum going. I have a Shazam Spotlight brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland.
Mm-hmm.
I've got ahead, how every year there are teams that make the playoffs that didn't, and those that did that don't, and it's about half usually the turnover.
Mm-hmm.
I've got this year's out of nowhere playoff participant. In fact, it's time to go to Vegas, ironically, where you'll find this team.
Vegas.
And bet the Raiders to make the postseason. I'm sure it's a plus bet. Here's why.
Mm-hmm.
Every post-COVID WrestleMania has been held in an NFL stadium.
Okay.
And so far, every host team has gone on to make the playoffs the following year.
Oh.
WrestleMania 37, Raymond James Stadium. Bucks went 13-4, lost in the divisional round. WrestleMania 38, AT&T Stadium. Cowboys 12-5, lost in the divisional round. WrestleMania 39, SoFi Stadium. 2023, Rams 10-7, advanced to the playoffs. WrestleMania 40, Lincoln Financial Field. Eagles 2024 won the Super Bowl. This year's host, Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. So it makes sense that the Raiders will emerge from very low predictive models and make the postseason this year, strictly based on the WrestleMania formula.
Okay.
So you want to throw your money and
Gino going to take him to the promised land?
I know that they are. What about this? We see this sometimes. What if the Raiders have to trade up to 5 to get him? That's also a part. Like, it didn't make sense the time the Bears did it because no one wanted Trubisky. But in the Raiders' case, rather than watch someone else trade up to 5 and steal Genty from you, if you really want him, you can say, hey, Jags, before you make a move, run it by me. And then the Raiders move up one spot.
Yeah.
And even though they know the Jags aren't taking Genty, they know that they're open for business to someone else to jump them. So you could get value out of the Raiders themselves, and then you fall to 6, and you literally have anybody you would have taken anyway. That'd be a good scenario.
Yeah.
The betting favorite now to go number 5 overall is Genty. I didn't say the betting favorite to go to the Jags. They are at 5 overall. So if you, if you extrapolate it that way, you could come up with he's the betting favorite to go to the Jags. I don't think he's the betting favorite to go to the Jags, though. I think he's the betting favorite to go number 5 with the possibility of some wheeling and dealing. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I still lean towards them taking like Mason Graham, and I think there will be a little bit of what's happened though for the fan base. I think there'll be a little bit of deflation there with him, and there shouldn't be.
It's not a sexy pick, so there was nothing to get. He doesn't make you excited. Doesn't give you those highlight plays. It's just kind of the blood and guts of having a good football team is how you perform in the trenches. We haven't performed well, so I think that's fair. I give up, man, on this whole baseball thing. I mean.
Your guy.
I mean, my
guy
best
tore his hamstring playing catch. How is that possible?
Well, first of all, I don't believe he tore his hamstring. I appreciate the way you've
out for the year.
See the way you phrased
How long is he
that.
gone?
He strained his hamstring.
Strained it.
But the fact that I have what is supposed to be a starting pitcher in Major League Baseball capable of straining a hamstring playing catch makes me want to challenge him to a fight. I mean, I know 60-year-old men that can go play catch for hours and not strain a hamstring. What in the blazes?
Are you strained
Spencer Strider was supposed to start today, gang, but guess what, Braves fans? You won't have him for another 3 or 4 weeks because he's so soft and out of shape and pathetic and pitiful that his hamstring matches his heart, and it's a so-so halfway vital organ.
Didn't he win a nice comeback win last night?
Yeah, so what? We beat the Cardinals. Their bullpen's the only one in baseball worse than ours. We had a 7-3 lead going to the ninth, and Iglesias gave up 3, including a 2-run homer to make it 7-6, and we barely survived. So, yeah, I'm not getting all excited on a 4-game win streak. We're playing terrible teams, and we're barely winning with late-inning comebacks. And if it weren't for Austin Riley and Sean Murphy, the Braves right now would be about 2-20. No lie. But Riley and Murphy are hitting. No one else is.
So you lost 13 of your first 18.
5-13, that's correct.
You lost Ronaldo Lopez to injury.
Correct.
You lost Yerkes Profar to suspension.
Correct.
Chris Sale's ERA is over 6, 5 starts in.
That's right.
Acuna, Kelenic, and Snicker controversy.
That's a nothing.
And Spencer Strider gets hurt 1 start after his return from injury.
You left Acuna still out.
Yeah.
Right? That part was in there.
Yeah.
There are a couple more that aren't referenced yet.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, it is what they're not a good team right now.
Had some crazy stuff happen, though.
Well, we used that up last year, okay?
Uh-huh.
Not so crazy. Whatever. You took a reliever who's in his 30s and pitched him 300 innings and made him a starter. Shocker, his shoulder's bad.
This is what Ozuna, Riley, Schwellenbach, Murphy, Holmes have all been nails.
Yeah.
Harris is running everything down in center field. Best fielding team in MLB.
Okay.
This roster is fine. MVP candidate coming back in the next couple weeks.
They're 9-13. So this glorious reporting that whatever this jackass has been watching is fantastic. I can sell you that they are lucky to win 2 of their last 2 wins. They were lucky. 2 of their last 3 wins they were lucky to have.
4-game win streak. Don't forget.
Yeah, it is 4 games. They're hot. Twins and Cardinals. Look out. I mean, in 1987, I'd be impressed. Not so sure
6-4 in our last 10. Enjoy the small victories. As long as the fire we've seen in the past 6-8 games stays alive, nothing can stop this team.
Okay.
No.
Now you're just being silly.
I'm reading what they're saying.
No, you're reading what silly people say. That's not what any educated Braves fan, that's somebody with a pom-pom and a tomahawk skirt on going, that's fine, which is great. We need it. Every fan base needs those guys too. I'm not down. Whatever. I'd rather see them win than lose. Like they're going to be 55 and 53 at the break.
Raisel Iglesias has a 6 ERA in his 0-2 in 9 appearances. Is that true?
Well, I just told you he gave up a 3-run homer in an inning of work. So you do the math there. That's a 27 ERA. 6 sounds pretty good.
Okay. All right.
To help you look at these things. You're just sitting high, You'll have your moments there this summer. No one should have called back this day. And
why are you attacking me?
I'll smugly across the desk. I'll start reading off the bullet points to your season as if you don't know them.
What are you talking
about? No, I'm talking straight up. What'll happen when we get to July and you lose your 7 in a row and you're bemoaning this guy or that? I'll just point it all out to you.
Soto hit a 3-run homer last night that they cheered for. They went crazy, and then they said, "Oh, it was foul."
Did they start booing him then? Would that become his fault?
No, we cheer Soto.
You just had a story last week that you were
No, is that one idiot?
Ticked at Met Nation, you were ticked at. New York fans, you were using plural.
There was a one guy.
Now
that media guy.
Now they went 5 in a row, and suddenly, everything's great. It's the best fan base in America.
16-7. The Marlins are still ahead of the Braves, E.
Yeah, my guy had he had like 14 strikeouts last night.
Did he?
Yeah.
All right. 10-12. Marlins have won 2 straight.
Well, there's a few things here. One is, you enjoy the Marlins. Take a picture, E, put it in your scrapbook, because they're not finishing ahead of the Braves. And by the end of the day, we will be, hovering there with no chance of actually winning it all, but within 3 games of the division lead in August.
I will maintain that this factoid, the National League is good. I mean, the good teams are really good in the National League.
I will say this. The Braves are probably a lot more like the Astros of the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Who've had terrible starts and injuries. And
although I will say this year's Astros I would be concerned about because Bregman is gone.
No, I mean the previous ones when they still have, because we still have for the most part. Yeah, you can bemoan Fried, but for the most part, the guys are back.
I'm only
Adam Schefter this morning, quote, I'm confident that Mason Graham is not going at number 5.
Yeah.
Says the Jags are going offensive
Hold on,
player.
before we get to that.
Okay.
And we will. We'll go to break and come back and finish that up.
Wow.
I'm right on track with 17-17. You're going to have to pay me a lot of money in about.
No, you're not on track for 17-17.
Yeah,
and so when they're not
You've won 4 in a row.
So when they're not 17-17, you're saying you're going to owe me a lot of money?
No, I'll owe you a sawbuck, but you're going to owe me a lot of money when they're 17-17 because I got odds.
Oh yeah. First of all, I didn't take that bad, even though it's impossible for them to. They will not be 7. They won't be 17-17. You're wrong on that. What is their record? They don't have long to get there.
They're 9-13.
Yeah, they're going to go 8-5. Yeah, 8-4 even.
8-4.
That's not happening.
All right.
I hope they are. You know what I hope? I hope they're 18-16. Then we'll see how smart you are. By the way, that Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
How old do you think that dude is?
He's only 59.
Yeah, you saw that too.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
That's that hard living of the WWE.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
My guy looks 70.
You do have the Dodgers coming up again, which
I know what our schedule is.
Yeah, so Schepner comes out and says that. I don't know. Like I said, the Jags are either playing this beautifully or they somewhere along the line soured on Mason Graham. Or not soured, but just don't believe enough in him to take him with the 5th pick, which would thus lead you to the fact that they either will take Genty or want to trade down or take Jalen Walker. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if that guy's right. We'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll make the turn for home next here on The Drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Turn on the radio.
In your car, 92.5 FM and 1010 AM.
Would you like to drive for a while?
In your house, at the beach, on your phone, at the gym, on vacation, out of town.
Well, everyone knows that.
Download our free 1010XL app for all smart devices.
When you think of America, you think baseball, cookouts, military, and pride for our country. At Garber Auto Mall, we're proud to carry every American-made truck at one location. Ford, Chevy, GMC, Ram, and Jeep. With the largest inventory selection in North Florida, you can shop with one salesperson. Garber Auto Mall is proud to support our country, our military, and our community. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. Garber Auto Mall. Proud to be American.
Leon Cersei here. Let's be real. I used to eat like a lineman because I was one. And man, those habits are hard to break. I needed help to stop with the munchies and lose weight. But now, I'm bringing sexy back. I call Physician Guided Weight Loss. Their medical team is helping me shed pounds safely with a custom plan to help me slim down. And their firm pricing means same price every month. Hey, you want to bring sexy back? Visit Physician Guided Weight Loss at pgweightloss.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors to get the job done right, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit Coastal Equipment for a demo today.
Greater power for the great outdoors. Coastal Equipment.
Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in the clinic.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On April 22nd, 1981, Baseball Hall of Fame Los Angeles Dodgers rookie pitcher Fernando Valenzuela tosses his third shutout in 4 starts. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is home this week at the newly renovated 5-Star Ballpark. The Jumbo Shrimp take on the AAA Atlanta Braves. Tomorrow is our first Wear It Home Wednesday. Free t-shirts to the first 500 fans. Courtesy of Renewal by Anderson and Better Health. Baseball all weekend. Tickets start at just $5. JackShrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. Affordable family fun.
Beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings and priority booking by calling our heroes at Zero Res. This month, get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet cleaner. You'll get 25% off all cleaning services. That's right, 25% off. Check out 8,000 raving customer reviews if you don't believe me online. Call them, 904-287-5727, or visit their website, ZeroResJacksonville.com. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Man, don't let your yard be torn up by that heavy aeration machine this spring. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to learn more about our granular aeration. Broadcast throughout the tree and shrubs to break up that compacted soil. Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood. What is a gemologist?
Frank, that's a good question because gemologist is a generic title that can be used by anyone, whether they have any gemological training or not. There's also a graduate gemologist, which is somebody that's taken the gemology courses of the Gemological Institute of America and received a diploma. Then there's a certified gemologist of the American Gem Society. They've received the graduate gemologist diploma, have worked in the jewelry business for a minimum of 3 years, and are tested by examination once a year to re-win the certified gemologist title. There's one other aspect that certified gemologists have that others might or might not have, and that's the accredited gemological equipment to be able to make the right grading calls on diamonds and other gemstones. At Underwood's, we have an American Gem Society accredited gem laboratory that our certified gemologists work in, assuring you the quality and value you deserve.
That's Underwood's, Florida's longest-standing member of the American Gem Society in San Marco, Avondale, the Shops of Ponte Vedra, Underwood Jewelers.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, time to cool down, man. Lots of... This happens every year at the draft, and yet we sit there and we talk about it, and we still think, and blah, 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 and, we just fall for it every time, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm cooling down on this, man. For all of the hate and the righteous criticism that went Nico Harrison's way as GM of the Dallas Mavericks, hey, LeBron and Luka, you got a home game tonight against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah.
You're the 3 seed. They're the 6 seed. You have home court. I would advise you not fall flat on your face like you did in game 1. And J.J. Redick, to me, sometimes the head coach of the Lakers seems a little more sizzle than steak, but I will say one thing he was dead right on. My guys apparently don't know it's the postseason. In the playoffs, the refs are going to call it different. The intensity is going to be different. You better be ready. Right. And sadly, and just inexcusably, You got an old roster, E, right? I mean, you want to win series. You want to win them quick. I'm not beating on LeBron and Luka in this particular case. That's a dangerous 6 seed in Minnesota. But hey, man, I don't make the NBA make it too obvious. We all know the league has sent the directive. It'll be Lakers, Warriors in round 2. But the Lakers now are going to have to come from behind before it's rubber stamped through by the league. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. It'll be 3-0 Minnesota, but the Lakers and the Warriors are going to meet in round 2 because the NBA has decided that. They decided it when they sent Luka to L.A. for a bag of beans. So yeah, other than that, what are we doing? Are we headlining? Are we trending? Or what are we?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dang.
The man is ready. The man is ready to rock. It's brought to you by our friend Dr. Rick Townsend. Go to mypvconcierge.com for all your medical information, medical needs. Join an exclusive club and medicine in a different way. Concierge medicine. Find out more at mypvconcierge.com.
Number 5.
Gentlemen, tell me if y'all have ever witnessed this.
Oh, yes, I have.
They say studies show that 25% of Gen Zers bring their own condiments to restaurants.
Never seen it.
Have you not seen that before?
Never seen it.
Jeff?
What's that now?
Like Gen Zers, they bring their own condiments. 25% of them bring their own condiments to restaurants.
Just tell me you're a loser without screaming it out loud via the condiments. Stop it.
Sometimes they might want some sriracha.
Okay. Well, okay. That's
Tabasco.
I guess, if you carrying sauces around town, knock yourself out. I mean, personally, I kind of draw the line at a phone. That's enough for me, E. Phone in the back pocket. E, are you Gen Z? What are you? Millennial? I know you don't want to admit it. You got to be something, friend.
I'm millennial.
You don't have a millennial attitude, but I believe you fall technically in the millennial time frame.
What's before them?
Gen X. You ain't Gen X.
I don't think I'm Gen. I might be millennial.
Yeah, that's okay, buddy. It's all right. I'm not. No one's shaming you. You're blue collar boomer is what you are, if you ask me.
Number 4.
Yeah. We didn't touch this any in the sports world, and I kind of understand it. DeMar DeRozan.
Yes.
He got into an altercation while he was out enjoying sushi with his family.
Yeah.
Where I don't know what someone would say, the kids would say a clout chaser decided to pull his phone out, and what it looked like, the flash was in DeMar's face.
Okay.
And he was trying to make a joke, say, hey, DeMar, they're trying to kick me out of the restaurant. So, he was trying to get views and clicks and stuff. And DeMar, who's normally a
pretty subdued, laid
back guy, he didn't take too kindly of it. And DeMar put his paws on them, and there were reports that the guy was in an ambulance shortly after.
Sure, he was.
Is unfortunate.
So DeMar is hanging out at a restaurant, minding his own business.
Yes.
A guy comes up to him, does a flash photography photo, right in his face.
Right in his face.
Out of nowhere. Yeah, I mean, smack the phone out and punch the dude in the face, and we'll see what the
dear.
law says.
No.
See what it says. See what it says. At some point, we got to make the a-hole stop being a-holes.
That's true.
At some point, what is the outcome? What is the way to do that? There's really only one way. Hey, a-hole, bap. See you later. No one's dying. No one's injured. Get out of here. Do it again. It'll be twice.
Might be an injury if you punched in the face.
Yeah.
Well, then he's never been, so he'll find out for the first time. Because if you've ever been punched in the face, you don't act that way.
And what's unfortunate is now DeMar, he got to go through all this paperwork and stuff because the dude's going to try to sue.
Of course.
Oh, he attacked me. I'm hurt.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey,
what's happening?
I got the update on Jay Blackman.
Hold on, let me get you something.
Number 3.
It's not good either.
Oh, here we go.
Sad details. Unsteady on his feet, reeked of alcohol, wearing wet clothes. Officers were reportedly then unable to fit the ex-NFL wide receiver in the back of a cop car due to his body size.
Hey,
Justin Blackman?
And had to request a larger vehicle to take him to jail.
So he's up in $350. You couldn't tell. You could tell he was like bloated and puffy, but you couldn't tell.
Arrested early Saturday, charged with public intoxication in Payne County, Oklahoma. Alleged mugshot states he lives in Ardmore. 1:32 a.m., Oklahoma State Police received a call about a larger black male lying on the ground at 1:32 in the morning. Had entered a campus building by the time the cops arrived. That's when they noticed him wobbling and smelling of alcohol. He reportedly told the officers he had been attempting to walk home. The cops reported his words were slurring and confusing. kept informing him he was headed to Stillwater, where Oklahoma State is located. When the cops told Blackman that Stillwater was a place and not a specific address, he said he did not live in the area and, yeah, you got me. Blackman then turned around, placed his hands on his back before being told he was being arrested, with the cops saying they needed 2 sets of handcuffs due to his body size and the girth of his wrists.
The gentle giant. It's sad. I mean, I don't know what, that's sounds more like you get taken somewhere.
His report
rather than
listed him
arrested.
at 230 pounds,
you're not
which
that
is
big at
20 pounds
230.
above what his Pro Football Reference page stated. So.
Yeah, but I mean, they grow them bigger in Oklahoma than that.
Yeah.
That can't require special circumstances.
But anyway.
That's sad. The whole thing's sad.
Number 2.
The Academy Awards, there's a new rule that's been set in place.
Okay, good.
Members must watch all nominated films in each category.
Is that not a rule?
To be eligible to vote in the final round.
That wasn't a rule already?
That's what I was like, how is that not a rule? So you can just vote for whatever?
I don't know how that can be. What, did you watch the trailers? How do you vote on the Academy Awards and not watch? I don't know. I guess people vote in the AP polls without ever watching. What's the difference?
That's fair.
Of course, you don't quite have the legacy with who's number 14 in this week's basketball poll as you do, I don't know, an Oscar winner.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't got one, but I got to read this one.
That's unacceptable, by the way.
I'm sad that you missed this one.
Oh, okay.
Love and Lockup. The Tiger King star gets married behind bars to inmate doing time for immigration crimes.
I definitely missed that one. Exotic Joe?
Joe Exotic.
What happened to him?
Got married behind bars.
What was his name?
Looks like it's
Fred?
Yes. That's correct.
Yeah. Well, good for him and Fred. They found happiness there. And
it's actually Jorge Flores Maldonado.
The R-Bar Hotel, Flores. But you can call him Fred. He goes by Freddie.
You can call him George.
Freddie?
You can call him George.
Do you know Freddie?
Yeah. Got a picture of the two lovebirds.
Sure. Just living life.
Number 1.
Sweet.
Oh, and the number 1 trending topic.
Yes, wow, the hottest story in the world.
Oh, yes. The U.S. Department of Education to begin federal student loan collections in May. And those in default may be subject to involuntary garnishment.
Yeah, I don't like the whole garnishment thing. You keep coming at me however you want, but when you go dabbling in my paycheck before it goes into my bank, I got a problem with that, especially when your predecessor told me it was free. Blame him. Go charge them. Charge the previous administration for this cockamamie idea that some of us suddenly don't have to pay for our tuition.
And that's what's trending.
Yeah. That's not going to end well. I don't understand my comrades in the media sometime because Pete Prisco, if I know anybody who will pound the table on you're insane if you take a running back in the top 10, I feel like I've heard him saying that.
Oh, sure you have.
Well, he's got his latest column hot off the presses this morning, 4 hours ago. It's Pete Prisco's mock what teams should do. What teams should do, not might or could or would or would be nice.
He's throwing us Genty?
Yeah, and he's got Genty 5. I mean, how can you possibly say that when your whole career you've killed the concept? Well, he admits it. This goes against everything I believe in when it comes to drafting the position. But this kid is special, and there isn't a great pick here for the Jags in that spot, so take a dynamic back, even if it's only for the next 5 or 6 years.
Get us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
Yeah. Hello, Michael.
Hello.
Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars today. The draft is a step closer. The rumors, the smoke, everything is out there right now. Let it all fly, Mike Dempsey. Let it all fly.
I'm not upset if Ashton Genty becomes a Jaguar.
Yeah, I know you're not.
Not at all. I mean, like, Mason Graham's not going to excite me. I don't mean that he can't be a good pick there, but, that's a deep position too, and I don't think anybody helps his team immediately more than Ashton Genty. That doesn't make him necessarily the right pick, but it would definitely get me going. Today we're going to look at our top 5.
Any worry about Ashton Genty's size?
No.
No?
Not at all.
Okay.
No, I mean, because of the height?
Yeah. Okay.
Barry Sanders is how tall?
Yeah.
5'8".
No doubt.
Yeah, Genty's 5'8.5". I think he's fine.
Okay.
You know, I'm not saying Barry, obviously.
No,
but,
no.
You know, I mean, MJD was 5'7". There's plenty of running backs that are
Now we start looking for warts on guys once we want to buy into
Ray
a guy.
Rice was 5'8".
Yeah.
Plenty of 5'8" guys that were exceptionally good. I mean, it's not like he's
Mojo.
5'8" and 190.
No,
you know,
he's thick.
He's a thick boy, and yeah, we'll see. We're gonna do top 5 Tuesday. Top five players you'd like to see end up Jaguars in this draft. Doesn't have to be first round picks. Doesn't have to be. Can be anything. Could be 5 guys that you'd be happy with at 5. Could be anything you like.
Like I could throw my guy Trey Harris from Ole Miss in there.
You could.
I like him. I'd like to see him be a Jag.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could do that.
I don't know
if
where
he's
he'll get picked
in your top 5.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
He's my top 5.
All right.
Have a great show.
Started us off well. Thank you.
Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars today. Super Tuesday done for us, but boy, a lot of draft talk coming your way right now.
Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Jaguars today is next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
He's in a shotgun now. Follow every play, interview, and press conference.
When we're balanced, it's hard for the defense to adjust.